thank you so much for joining us with a new video. If you are new here, consider subscribing, because we bring you great base design for every town hall level, and we will also explain why certain buildings are placed in certain places while doing speed build. Also, we will show the effective range of every defensive building later in this video. So let's talk about the base design. Since it is a hybrid base, so we place the town hall in the core compartment of the base, where all the defensive buildings can guard town hall from every direction. And since Eagle Artillery has an infinite defense coverage, so we placed Eagle Artillery in the core part of the base, so that it can defend base for a longer time, because opponent cannot snipe Eagle Artillery easily. And we placed all the main defense around the core compartment of the base, so these main defenses can protect town hall from ground and air troops. Since these main defenses are placed around the core part, there is no weakness from where an opponent can reach the town hall easily. And to protect this base from air attack strategies, we placed all the main defenses far from each other, so that air troops such as Electro Dragon cannot chain its damage to multiple main defenses at once. And all the air defense are distributed in such a way that it can cover almost whole base. Also, all the air sweeper are placed far from air defense, so lightning spell cannot get both of them at once. And these air sweepers are faced toward the main defenses, so that it can buy extra time for the main defense to eliminate opponent's troops by pushing air troops backward, which will be helpful during the air attack. Also, we placed all the air traps and spring traps near the main defensive buildings, so that it can eliminate some of the opponent's troops before reaching the main defense, which will make little bit easy for the main defense to eliminate other remaining troops. And since Clan Castle is in the center compartment of the base, opponent cannot lure the CC troops, which will be act as a strong defense later in the battle. And that will make hard for the opponent to getting second or third stars from this base. And for the CC troops, we suggest to use combination of super minions, headhunters and archers, which is really good for every Town Hall 14 attacking strategies. And for the ground attack strategies, this base will serve well too. Because, we set all the Inferno towers in the single target, which will be effective against Queen Walk. And for the hybrid attack strategies that includes Hog Riders and Witches and Buller, we placed all the scatter shot wizard tower, bomb tower and mortars along with giant bombs in such a way that they can provide splash damage all over the base. And all the heroes are placed around the core compartment, so that they can distract opponent's troops that reach near the main defense and town hall, which will buy extra time for the main defense to eliminate opponent's troops. And Grand Warden is placed near to the clan castle, so that CC troops and buildings that are in the effective coverage of Grand Warden will get the bonus hit point, so CC troops can distract opponent for longer time. And all the storage buildings are also placed far from each other into the different inner compartments, so that the opponent cannot get all the loot unless they destroy the space. And these storage buildings are guarded with pretty much every defensive building. And since core part is guarded with the main defense, so we placed all the archer towers and cannons on the edge of the base, so it can provide ground and air coverage for outer buildings such as gold mines and elixir collectors. And splash damage defensive buildings will also be helpful against the farming attack strategies, because these defenses are placed near the storage buildings. And by looking at the overall base, all the important defensive buildings are placed far from each other. So, opponent cannot get more values from this base using lightning and earthquake spell. And don't forget to watch the effective coverage of every defensive buildings later in this video. Also, if you like the space design, don't forget to like this video and share it with your clanmates and friends. And also don't forget to subscribing to our channel for more upcoming greatest base designs. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and share it with your friends. And if you are not subscribed to our channel yet, then hit that red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And if you need more base layout at different town hall levels, make sure to mention in the comment section. Once again, let's see the placement of the defensive structures and heroes, and its effective coverage.